Sent. Request a sent. Here we go. And we're gonna be good.
Oh,
Hi.
hey. Okay. Okay.
How you doing?
Nervous.
Don't be nervous. I'm supposed to be nervous. You're not supposed to be nervous. It's my job to be nervous on the show. But um, hi. It's nice to talk to you in person for the first time, Mateo. We followed each other a little bit, but introduce yourself. Tell us your name, your pronouns, and what's going on.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Mateo. My pronouns are he, him, and I might have a little visitor. I'm not sure. One of my kids may kind of help me a little. He's
Ooh,
camera range now. You want to come here?
a little sous chef.
He's coming.
Good.
I don't know if I need to make that. Let me move my booty out of the way.
Oh, hello.
So he may or may not pop in.
It's nice to meet you. I've seen pictures of this guy before, but I don't think I know his name.
His
Oh,
name is Alashua, kind of like Joshua.
oh, cool. Nice to meet you. Alrighty. So, what are you gonna be making tonight?
Okay, well, I'm gonna make cupcakes, and I'm gonna
Yes.
do, but I'm making it cupcakes like this.
Okay.
So, I made homemade pizza dough though, but I made it yesterday, and
Nice.
other kids took it out of the fridge last night and left it out all night, so I had to make more pizza dough today. So we're making pizza and making cupcakes.
Pizza and cupcakes. I'm super here for that. I'm making myself a burrito bowl, which I'm going to be putting some rice. I've got some turkey that I'm going to be doing with it, and I'm going to put in like avocado and tomatoes and some green onions, and just like it's super warm here, so it feels like I can have a little bit more of a summery dinner tonight, and it's what I was craving. So
I love
um,
burrito bowl stuff. My kids, they're not picky, but they just kind of have their favorites.
well, yeah, I
And they
mean,
can't cook either, so it's gonna be fun.
you point me to a kid who says they don't have, they're not they don't have favorite foods, and I will show you a kid who's lying to you, basically.
They said what they said was good. So that's not tonight then.
Yeah. Okay, so you're making pizza. I have to ask, and this may end the show real quick, depending on how you answer. So no pressure, but pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Can you see this?
Oh, there's SpongeBob. Okay.
We have a pineapple.
Yes. All right. That doesn't really answer the question. I assume that the pineapple will eventually be going on the pizza, but
Yeah, the
yes.
pineapple or the pizza. So are you a pineapple pizza or no?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a pineapple on pizza. Like, uh, it's really good in a classic Hawaiian, a little ham and pineapple. It's good on like a veggie pizza. You know, there's a lot of places for it. I wouldn't necessarily have it with like a meat lovers and pineapple, but pineapple has its place on pizza for sure.
So I like it, but I don't really like the whole meat pizzas anyway. I prefer veggie pizzas.
Hmm,
I think
fair
pineapple
enough.
on it like that.
Yes. Oh, Kelly is reminding people in the chat, and I'll remind here that we do have an ongoing submission for recipes into the Queerantine Kitchen Cookbook project. So if you want to submit a recipe, you have until the 1st of March of this year to get that in. And then Kelly and I are going to be looking at all the recipes, compiling it, editing them a little bit to make them all sort of the same format, and then update people once it's ready to be published. But
Wait, when is
the Pizza Gods is on. March the 1st, March 1st, 2021.
okay? I did save a screenshot of a post that you had mentioned on Instagram about.
Nice. Okay, this is going to go in here. This is the curse of a small kitchen with no counter space, is I have to use the, top of the fridge for extra space. And just kind of get on with my life like that. Alrighty, so I have a couple of questions that I don't have formalized, but don't let that frighten you because they're really just as I think of them. But I guess a really simple one I can start with is like, what's your favorite food? Do you have a favorite food?
I don't really have a favorite food. I would say like in general Mexican food.
Ooh. All right, my rice is boiling over. I'm not a fan of that. Don't do that, rice. Just chill. Just be cool. Anything particular in the Mexican food universe?
I just like beans and rice. Really, anything with beans and rice.
Yeah. I'm trying not to cut my hand while I cut this avocado. Very important stuff, I would say. Find a garbage table for extra kitchen space. Oh, I don't have a garbage table for extra kitchen space. I'm actually trying to downsize stuff in my apartment, as I will likely be moving in a couple of months out of this apartment to get ready to go back to school in a different part of the country. So I'm not buying anything new or anything used. I'm actually trying to actively get rid of stuff. So if you want to buy a bunch of mostly used furniture, hit me up.
Took out a lot of stuff in my car a few days ago to take Goodwill to drop off.
Oh, okay. So you're not in the market for
Tis the season. Nope, to get rid of stuff.
Bunch of new stuff. I think I first saw like your posts on your page. You're doing a lot of home reno and home renovation or like fix them up projects around the house. Is that something that you do for work, or is that just a hobby? Or
Just a hobby, and I'm not very good at that either, but I'm learning as I go, so that's pretty exciting. I think my next one is actually going to be redoing my kitchen floor and
ooh,
my kitchen cabinets and things. So,
oh, fun. I am a big proponent of the learn as you go methodology of figuring stuff out. I am, it's like you can't start out as an expert, and so you might as well, just enjoy the parts where you're gonna mess up. Oh, this is on already, and it's getting very hot. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up my pan. So that's I fully appreciate somebody just being like, well, let's give it a go and let's go for it. And I have to keep the air fryer. We have a question. Hello all, where is everyone from and what are you going to school for? I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I am going to be going to school in the fall to take a bachelor's degree in psychology. So I'm excited to start that, and it's something that I've learned about myself that I feel like I could be pretty good as a therapist or a psychologist and help people out. And I lost my job because of the pandemic, so I'm in the middle of a, let's figure out who we are phase of my life. But I don't actually know where you're from, aside from I think you're in the Central Time Zone.
I am in the South. I live in Arkansas of the U.S.
Sorry, you got cut off right at the end. You're in Arkansas?
Oh, I'm in Arkansas in the U.S.
Oh.
I'm from California, though.
You're from California, but you moved to Arkansas.
Yes, I did.
I have a map. I'm looking at the map of the state. Okay, I can kind of see where Arkansas is. I'm off screen now. Oh, it's like
mid.
Yeah, it's like the mid, not the Midwest, but what is it part of? Is it part of the Midwest or is it part of the South?
There's always debate. I always say we're from the mid-south.
The mid-south.
Yeah, not quite the Midwest, south. But a lot of people say south too.
Have you been there for very long, or is this like a recent move?
I've been here for a while, but not my preference really right now. Okay.
Cool. Well, hello from Canada. Hello from Canada. All right, I'm cutting up garlic to go in with the turkey that I put in the pan, and I will be adding some like Mexican seasoning. Again, please don't tell Danielle that I'm not using authentic Mexican spices. It's all just like prepackaged stuff. That goes out to everybody who is watching as well. It's imperative that we keep that a secret from my arch nemesis. So, how are the cupcakes coming along?
Okay, so I just put the first ones in the oven. I'm going to start on my pizza stuff now. So what I'm going to do for pizza, though, I like non-traditional kind of pizzas, so I'm going to put some sausage and pepper and onion.
Ooh, yum.
Along with
that sounds really good, actually. I would definitely enjoy that on a pizza.
And then I have
What's your like? Is this like your go-to pizza topping, or if you like, you can have anything on pizza? What is your like? Ooh, yeah, this is my platonic ideal of a pizza.
I would say onions for sure.
Yeah.
And then any vegetable.
Any vegetable. Okay. Yes, to address the question in the chat, I think there is a little bit of audio cutting. I don't really know how to fix that. It might just be the connection. So if it's hard to hear me or if it's hard to hear Mateo, I apologize. Hopefully on the playback, it's a little bit better, but I don't know if it's live or if it's an internet thing or what. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just
for
cooking.
Me, for you, it's fine. So it's probably on my end then.
Okay, we got Amy saying Mateo's audio is cutting out a bit, but that's not too much. Okay, well, hopefully it is doesn't render you inaudible, but also my phone was not plugged in, so that would have been bad. We're getting people saying it's not too bad, so good. Good. Oh, I need water. Shoot. Need a little bit of water for this. Just a little bit.
I've got a dog at my feet. And he's trying to eat whatever I drop.
What kind of dog?
He's a husky mix.
Oh my gosh, what is his name? Yes, you said he.
His Knight and his brother is Ross, and here he comes too now.
Oh, my parents used to have a husky German Shepherd cross, who was just the sweetest dog in the entire world. She was just so lovely.
That's what Rock is. He's a husky shepherd mix. He's the sweetest dog, and he's so easy to train. They always say huskies are bad, but
we got my old family dog was a rescue, and the people that had her before were like, "Oh, you can't train this dog. She's wild. She's crazy. She won't listen. She's too hyper." And we were like, "Well, I mean, huskies are sled dogs, so they have the genetic like built into their code that they want to run and they want to be moving around." And so once we started running her and taking her for bike rides and getting her to just like run off her energy, amazingly, you could start training this thing. Whereas before, people were like, it's impossible to train this dog because we never take her out for a walk and we just sort of keep her locked in the basement. No wonder she's hyper and stressed out. Like, come on.
The one that's always in the way. He's a runner, though. Get out for run.
he bolts. He's
He
like,
bolts.
see ya.
Yeah. So answer me this, or tell me this story if you can. But is cooking something that you've done in your life as a passion or just as a necessity more?
I would say a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I get in moods, I guess, where I'm really cooking and like trying different things. But also, sometimes it just feels like a necessity.
Yeah. Do you have any like favorite dishes that you prepare that you're just like, ooh, yeah, this is what I like. This is what I'm looking forward to cooking tonight.
Not really.
No.
Josh, what's
I don't think.
no.
I think I missed the answer.
Yeah, no.
No answer. Okay. No, the same energy level stuff does not apply to Cat Jon Snow. My cat, he's a cat, so he doesn't take to training very well, and I don't have the patience to, train him to do tricks. He mostly stays off the table, and he mostly, listens when I ask him to go away, but that's really all you can expect with a cat, I feel. Although I have been trying to train him to catch a piece of his food in his mouth at meal times, where I'll hold one above and just sort of like drop it in and see if he'll catch it. And every single time for the last 3 months, as I've been trying to teach him how to catch this food in his mouth, it is without fail hit him on the face. And then he's like, looks surprised and he's like, what happened to me? Where am I? And then the food, I have to pick up the food because he's a stupid cat. And I'll call him that to his face. He's a big dummy.
Mine, they came running when I was cracking the eggs because we used to have chickens and we would give them extra eggs. So there's certain sounds when they hear, they come running. And eggs, that's one of the sounds.
Oh, that's so funny. They're just like, ooh, eggs means food. Although if I take out my cat's food and just like shake it a little bit, he'll come running, I bet. Oh, hello. Do you want to come say hi? Yeah, you do.
I know.
Come on.
Me still.
Ugh.
Oops.
See, there he is. The king in the north.
Aww.
Yes, he's mad at me now because I won't feed him, but I shook his food. And so now he's looking at me with just like the most reproach.
I don't know if everybody can see my face or whatever. The screen is kind of split, so I'm assuming they could just see whatever I can see on the camera.
Yeah, that's basically what they can see. Instagram Live is kind of hard because phone screens are so like half and half when I go live with people. So I just try to keep, like, I have a very awkward system of a tripod standing on a chair, and then I stand far back and I have like earbuds in so I can hear stuff. It is the lowest tech. Don't you worry. If you're like, wow, Billie, she's got a high-tech system going on. Incorrect. This is all thanks to people who are much, smarter and much more technically savvy for me. And I couldn't keep doing the show without the tons of help I get doing it, especially from, Emily Would Go, who is hosting it through her TV show or Twitch show, the Transgender show. So it's going out to Twitch right now. And of course, Amy is monitoring the comments, and Kelly is reminding people about the email for the cookbook and just sort of keeping an eye on things in there and being supportive. So it's all it's all people helping me do this weird idea I had to help me pass time in quarantine.
I love the idea. So I'm assuming, do you live alone or do you have roommates?
I live alone. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's just me and my cat. So when I started, I was like, well, I'm not bothering anybody else. It may be a little bit different in when my lease runs out, which is I think April 1st, and I'm waiting to move for school till after like a surgery that I have coming up. So I might have to move in with my parents for a little bit. So that might be an interesting change of pace for a while, but it's all going to be worth it in the end. Okay, more heat. Ooh, and I need some corn. Do we have any questions in here? Personally, like the audio on Instagram versus the audio on my phone on Twitch. Oh, okay, cool. It's all magic. It's all magic. Yeah, so if you have any questions about food or cooking, feel free to ask in the chat and we'll do it. Okay, so what other home improvement projects did you like start with, and how did you get the courage to work your way up? Or
I think quarantine in general has kind of turned me on to the whole like home improvement kind of stuff, because before I had an interest in like woodworking, but I didn't really do anything with it.
mm-hmm.
In quarantine, I've run out of space because I've bought so many tools. Different woodworking projects. I'm not good at getting them out.
Oh, hi from Brooklyn, New York. Hello. Who is planning on sending recipes for the cookbook still? Queerantine Kitchen at gmail.com for the cookbooks. You said woodworking. You said you did some like woodworking sales. Is that something you started when you were younger, or as a kid, or in school, or is this something you came to a bit later on?
I remember my dad growing up. He had a few. Well, my dad went through phases where he was doing different things, like building his own airplane and running a business, and woodworking was one of those phases. And I kind of enjoyed it then. His phase didn't last very long, so I didn't get to do a lot with it. So it was always something I wanted to do as I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I never had the time or the money to do it until recently. So
Nice.
having a lot of time to learn things.
Yeah, that's same here for me with like cooking. I've always been really interested in cooking, and when I started cooking for myself, when I like moved out, in college, it's always been something that I've liked, because I like eating food and I like to make food for other people and share it. And with lockdown, we stopped being able to share food with people, and we stopped being able to, cook as much. But it did give me the opportunity to, practice more and try new things and get good at those skills. And, that's what we got.
Do you have a favorite that you like to cook?
What is my favorite stuff I like to cook? That is, I ask people that question, and then when they ask it back, I'm like, oh, I don't know, because I do like cooking. But I'd say I recently learned how to like do a low grill cook. I mean, I'm hesitant to call it barbecue because it's not really smoked. I don't know how to smoke meat, but I do like pork ribs on the barbecue or on the grill, really low and really slow over like a several hours cook. And those are really, really fun to do because you just get to be, hey, just get to hang out every 15 minutes. You know, you're flipping them over and glazing them, and they seem to be really popular. So I don't know if that is appropriate, you know, not appropriate, but official barbecue or grilling. I know that you're in the neck of the woods where there's people who are very passionate about how they put fire to meat and the ways that they do it, but probably ribs. Or as Kelly's saying, yes, my salad with my salad dressing. It's not my favorite. It's just easy, and I know how to do it really well. But in terms of cooking, I get bored when I have to have the same thing over and over again. So I'm always like, ooh, what's this? I'll try doing this. Ooh, what's that? I'll try doing that. Actually, at Christmas time, I don't know if people saw on the Instagram account, I made a Cornish hen for the first time, and I soaked it in buttermilk for a few hours beforehand just to get it really soft, and then just put it in the oven with just a little bit of salt and pepper and this buttermilk coating on it, and it just made it super crispy, browned up super nicely, and it was just, oh, it was so good. I'd never thought of that before, and I saw it in a recipe book, and I was like, okay, let's give it a go. But yeah. All right, I'm passionate about putting fire to meat. My strategy is complicated. Put meat on fire. Oh, Amy is asking, what are you drinking, Mateo?
Oh, coffee.
Coffee. Ooh, fancy. Any cream and sugar in there? Or?
I've got one of those. Is it Coffee Mate or one of the liquid creamers? And I think it's the Irish cream, maybe.
Ooh, nice. Oh no, I ran out of lime zest. Okay, there we go. It's all fine. I stole some from another spot. I'm trying to mix. I have some cut up green onions and lime zest. I'm going to stir into the rice that's done and just sort of work it through to get a bit more zing in this rice. What can I stir this with? This fork right here. How are your pizzas coming? What are you working on?
I am chopping up the little sausages now. I feel like I'm slow tonight.
It's hard to cook and chat at the same time. It is. I've noticed that too, where I'm like, this usually takes me 20 minutes, but if I do it for the show, it's like almost double the time.
Okay, so I think I have my stuff ready to go in the pot. I'm going to move my camera.
Okay. Do it up. All right, that rice is done. Ouch. And it's hot. Ouch.
Okay. Gotta unplug to move over here. All right.
Oh, hello, dog.
The cooking part. Okay.
Puppy.
I dropped a sausage.
Well, did your floor cleaners get it?
They did. Only one of them got one, though.
Oh, no.
We have 2 vacuum corners. Anytime we drop something, they vacuum. Like, oh.
Yeah, we used to say we traded like dropped food on the floor for dog fur. So it was like a pretty good trade-off. Like, yeah, we had a pretty clean kitchen floor where there was no food that got wasted, but there were like tons and tons of shedding dogs.
Yeah, I hate this. There's actually a vacuum cleaner right here. You can't see it. It's just barely off camera, but I vacuum my floors constantly every day.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's more than I do. I am slowly marinating in, I feel like, my cat, combination of my cat hair and my own hair that I shed constantly, which it's not something a lot of people talk about when you grow your hair long. They're like, by the way, you're going to shed all over the place. But holy moly, am I figuring that out the hard way.
But that ends up everywhere too. I kind of been thinking about growing my hair long, but
Oh yeah?
I've never really liked it long, and I don't like the way it feels on the back of my neck and like, sensory issues, I guess, with my hair.
Yeah. I need some salt and pepper.
Oh no.
Yeah, I pre-transition I never had any really long hair at all. It was always like get it cut real short. You have to do it. And
Right
now
before I transitioned, I'd grown my hair pretty long.
yeah.
Kind of like they say the denial beard. Mine was, I guess, the denial hair.
It's nice to you know, see the opposite side of the, you know, the transitioning spectrum, because I you know, I will admit I follow mostly trans women through here, but it's nice to chat with you know, some guys as well. And I like the denial long hair versus the denial beard. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I went through a couple denial beard phases, but I was never able to. Weirdly enough, it didn't fix everything. So, who would have thunk?
So I listened to. Am I already burning something?
Uh-oh.
I know. First thing, the cupcakes look pretty good.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Bring those cupcakes up to the camera. Let's have a look.
Okay. So the kid that's actually helping doesn't even like cake or cupcakes. So.
Ah. Well,
Pretty...
you can send them my way. I'll take cupcakes. I don't know how good they'd be from Arkansas to here.
Well, this stays. I'm gonna work on my pizza dough.
Ooh, pizza dough.
Move the camera back again.
So do you have a go-to recipe for pizza dough, or was this just something you decided to try for tonight? Which wouldn't be uncommon for Queerantine Kitchen guests. They're like, let's do something for the first time live on TV.
I thought about doing something for the first time, but honestly, I was like, why in the world did I say yes to this? Because I'm not a good cook and I don't like being live and all that stuff. But
Oh no.
I do like trying new things. But it's just my anxiety, I guess. Like, oh my God, this is terrifying. So.
Oh my gosh.
So I went ahead and stuck with something that I knew how to do, and I do have a pizza recipe. I thought about giving you the pizza dough recipe for the Queerantine Kitchen book, in fact. So I may still do that. So.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I made my pizza dough last night, and one of my kids left it out of the fridge. They took one out and left it out on my own. So I had to remake the pizza dough this morning. So
look at.
it
looks really good.
But I did. So.
That looks awesome. Kelly says, "Don't worry, Mateo. That was her last week, scared of going live and not wanting to cook on live." Which I feel like anybody who hasn't been on the show, you don't have to say yes when I ask you. I want to cook with as many people as I can, but only if you're willing. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh my God, Billie bullied me into cooking on her show, and I'm stressed about it, because that is not my aim. That is not what I'm after at all.
I did not feel bullied at all. I thought it was fun, and I love the whole idea and the whole concept. It's just my own, like, I don't know, my own anxiety, I guess.
Well, maybe this will make you feel better. Ariel Eris is asking me if I want to answer it. I will answer it. After all this time I've been doing Queerantine Kitchen, is there anything that you still get nervous about? Yes, I'm absolutely, like, if I was live the 5 minutes before I go live, you would see me just like standing here, like touching everything, being really stressed about forgetting something, worrying that I'm going to like screw up, or I'm going to ask a dumb question, or people are going to be like, you're an idiot and I'm out of here. And I'm like, oh God, I just don't want to mess up anything. And so that is like usually a full solid 5 minutes of panic. And then I go live and I'm like, you know, we're live. Let's just go for it. So,
I don't know. So I bought these pizza pans kind of recently with the holes on it to get the crust nice and crusty.
Ooh.
But I've never done it with my homemade dough yet.
I wonder if it'll like seep through the holes.
Wonder. I might just stick with my old pans.
I would say if you have, oh well, you don't have to be done by the time the hour's up, but I would be curious if you like par baked it on that pan for like 5 minutes just to kind of get it firmed up, and then put it on the pan with the holes in it to get it crispy. Because I wonder if the raw dough would like ooze through the holes and be
I wonder. No, that probably won't work. I was gonna say maybe I could put it on the one with the holes and then put the other one under it, but that might just be worse.
Oh, it says, okay, we've got someone saying DK_Stark88. I don't know if this is verified, but it says it doesn't go through the holes, it bakes nicely. So
Wait, with it even being like pizza dough like this?
this is out of my depth. This is something I've never tried. I don't have experience, but how willing are you to experiment on on live Instagram in front of tens of viewers?
Okay, I will experiment. I'll put one on this pan and one with the whole pan.
What could go bad?
What could go wrong?
We might have pizza in the bottom of the oven. That's okay.
Well,
True.
just don't sue me if it gets messy. I am kind of finished. I wonder what else I can add to this.
Oh, you're way fast then.
Well, oh, that's too. Oh, it's way too limey. Oh, I need to cut that with something. Too much lime in here. Let's put a little bit of pepper.
I can't even see. It's looking really good.
Let's put a little bit of salt. My phone, my watch is yelling at me. Oh, why are we not on earbuds anymore? That's weird. My wireless earbuds. Can you still hear me? And can I still hear you?
I can still hear you.
Okay. For some reason, it's coming out of my phone now and not my earbuds. But this happened to me last week when I got a notification on my watch, and then the Bluetooth on my earbuds was like messed up and paused. It paused the screen. I couldn't unpause it. I actually had to restart the stream. So again, technology. It's just magic rectangles that show me internet pictures. That's all. Everything I know about computers is just like they're different sizes of rectangles. Some of them have typey bars in front of them, and that's it. Amy, why are you blowing up my spot? Rude. Okay, that's much better. I cut out. It's still pretty limey. Wow. Well, hopefully.
We have a scoot doggo.
Doggo. This is way too much for one human to eat. This is going to be lunch tomorrow as well. Oh, whatever you're doing, Mateo, you're making people want pizza, so you must be doing something right.
Oh, I love pizza.
I love pizza too. It's and a homemade crust, just like making it from scratch, is wildly rewarding, I find.
We do pizza every Saturday.
Ooh.
Actually, I had my menu going a lot better and I was a lot better organized. We would do pizza every Saturday and use up whatever leftovers were in the fridge on it. So we would have sometimes like pizza with extra barbecue chicken on it.
It's a mystery.
So now it's pizza. What day is today? Pizza Monday. Because does that mean you had two pizza dinners this week so much?
No, we didn't have pizza Saturday.
Oh
Mm. That would be a lot of pizza.
wow, I'm getting roasted in the chat by people making fun of how much food I regularly eat, which is rude. It's rude. It's rude. That's true though. I have been known to eat more than is probably necessary in a day, but I only had one meal so far today. So this is my second meal of the day. I had, what did I even have? I had like a breakfast sandwich this morning at about 8 o'clock, and then I haven't eaten since then.
I don't even remember if I ate anything today. Sure
It's just different in quarantine, I'm finding. Like before, when I had a job and I was working, full time, there was a lot of snacks. And I would always be like, well, I'm kind of bored of sitting at my desk, so I'll go wander around and find out where the snacks are. And I just sort of eat throughout the day. And now that I don't have those, I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to eat right now. And I didn't. But that is okay.
I'm going. Him.
I think my pizza dough is failing miserably.
What? No way.
I can't get it stretched out.
Is it too... Oh, I wonder. Sometimes when I'm making pizza dough and I'm trying to stretch it, I'll just like hang it and wave it and let gravity do some of the work. I don't know if that's okay. If the person who makes pizza all the time is still watching, and you have any actual tips about how to get like pizza dough stretching, but I don't know. I just kind of like do one of these, like I'm shaking out a carpet.
That's gonna end up all.
Making a frozen pizza and adding pineapple on top. Yes, we're doing it.
It was a kid's idea to add pineapple to mine. I think I'm gonna put it on this pan and do it on some wrap, and then just flip it over.
All right, that sounds good.
But he can't hear me.
Ooh, question: are the cupcakes for anything in particular? Is there a celebration or just for cuz?
Just because.
Do you want to pie?
Look, I'm gonna be very, very happy to, approve of any time cupcakes because it's great. Oh yes, let gravity help is great. The dough is very elastic. It says DK_Stark88. Thank you, DK_Stark88.
It might just look a little funny. That's okay.
Yeah. So is there anything that you're doing or that you're a part of or you're working on that you want to take a minute to plug or bring awareness to or chat about before the end of the episode? We got about 14-ish minutes left. Max?
I am working on going through your podcast, but I don't want to listen to the episodes until I watch the movie. And
Okay.
I watched any of the movies on the list. We saw Poltergeist kind of recently.
Nice.
So I listened to that one first, and then today I listened to the Exorcist episode. But it's been so many years since I've seen The Exorcist. I probably need to watch it again.
Oh yeah. That's super nice to hear. I'm glad you're listening to the show, and if you don't want to be spoiled of the movies, then it's definitely the right call to
watch the movie first because we talk about it all the way. And like Poltergeist was the very first episode we did, so hopefully you like it, that you can stick through it to where I figured out how to edit a little bit better. A little bit better.
Listened to 3 episodes so far. I did the Poltergeist, the Exorcist, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Hey, keep going.
Oh yeah, okay.
You.
Just jumping around a little bit. That's awesome. Well, great. Always feel good. I saw that some of your posts and some of your stories, you are, what is the account that you keep linking? Latent Dude? Is that something that you're involved with, or am I thinking of someone else?
Okay, what's that, Lush? Yes, that is. That is my little pet project, I guess. What I'm working on with that, I'm doing a name change survey. That's what I've been working on, because my goal is to be able to help fund name changes for trans people.
Awesome. So with the name Latent Dude, is that can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I think, okay, so latent is kind of things that can't really be seen with the naked eye, right?
Sure.
Or something that's kind of hidden. And then the dude thing was, I guess nothing really special for the dude part. But the whole latent dude is kind of the people like me who were trans but didn't come out until they were later. So
Yeah.
But you just really couldn't see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that idea. And is it for specifically trans masked people, or is that like?
No, it's for all trans individuals. So trans mask, trans femme, binary.
Well, that's super cool. And that is, so do you run that account, the Latent Dude account, on Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Well, everyone, you should go follow that and see what Mateo's doing with that, because, you know, I am 100p down for trans people getting more resources and more ways to help transition, because it is not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's
That
not.
is for sure. So that's really cool. And it's ooh, Billie, question, do I like Vegemite? I'm gonna answer that in a second, but yes, drop the tag. I don't want to leave the live. I will tag it on there. So is it just LATENTDUDE? Like,
Yeah, here I could type it in, I guess.
oh, cool. Okay, great. Yeah. Well, I'm in the page right now, so
Hey, dude. There you go.
I'm already doing it.
I'll probably not whenever the time's up. I don't even know what time it is now, but I will put finished products on my on this Mateo account.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool, and I hope that you can get all sorts for that as well. These pizzas look really good the way you've laid it out here. We've got the sauce on there. You've got this sausage medley going on. Oh my gosh, it's looking wonderful. What are you brushing on the dough right there?
Some garlic butter, just for a little flavor on the crust.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Okay, Josh, can you get pepperoni out of the fridge?
Yeah. All right.
Chef assistant.
Yeah, my assistant chef, my sous chef.
Your sous chef. It's important to have a good sous chef.
The little one. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the account. If I could remember it, I would shout them out right now. But you got a lot of people definitely stealing this garlic butter idea. But there was an account I saw somebody making homemade dough, and they put like dried rosemary and oregano in the dough before it rose, and so it's like herbs right in the crust, which is amazing. Oh yes, okay. Vegemite question. Do I like Vegemite?
Chef assistant.
The answer is I don't like Vegemite. I lived in Australia for about a year, about 10 years ago. And I tried the Vegemite. I tried it all the ways you're supposed to try it. just don't like Vegemite. I'm sorry. It's not my jam. It's like a weird yeasty paste, and it's gross. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Australia. I don't like Vegemite. Do you like Vegemite, or have you tried Vegemite, Mateo?
I've never tried it before, so the way people describe it, I don't think I would like it. But who knows? My taste buds have definitely changed since transitioning.
Ooh, actually, you know what? I haven't tried it since transitioning. I might not hate it. I guess never say never for sure. Okay, we're kind of running out of time. We've only got a few more minutes left, so one more time, Mateo, why don't you plug whatever you want, take the stage, and let us know what to follow, shout out your other project, and then we'll wrap up the show.
Okay, so you can find me at Mateo Rhodes with an extra S at the end on Instagram. And then Latent Dude on Instagram or latentdude.com.
latentdude.com, and you can find out all the things there. For me, once again, we are raising money for Skipping Stone Foundation, which is an organization here in Calgary that it helps trans people get access to the resources they need. That is what the Cookbook project is for. Once we get all those recipes in and chosen, we're going to be setting a price point for the book and letting people know how to buy it and order it. And all of the money that we make, all the profits from that is going directly into the Skipping Stone coffers, so that they can provide services and mental health care and all sorts of good stuff for trans people. Yes, you can submit your recipes. We're asking for recipes from everybody for every type of cuisine. Just send us a little email with the recipe, a story about why you picked that recipe, a little bit about yourself, including your name and pronouns, to queerantinekitchen@gmail.com. And those recipes must be in by the 1st of March, 2021. I won't say a time. So I guess if it is March 2nd in Calgary, then it's too late. That'll be the cutoff. So March 1st to get those in. And you can also follow the _Queerantine _kitchen, where I'll be posting recipes and stuff. And eventually, probably also March 1st, actually, I'll be doing the lives from Queerantine Kitchen as opposed to from my account, just so people can get used to going over there, and I can devote that page entirely to like my cooking and stuff. And you mentioned my podcast, which I also always take a second to mention. It's called Nothing to Fear. It has account Nothing to Fear podcast is what it is on Instagram, and it is a horror movie podcast where me and my two friends, Luke and Alex, watch a horror movie every week, and then we talk about it. We kind of go through plot, how we liked it, what we didn't like, and no horror movie is safe. We're trying to watch as many as we can to catch up on all the different horror movies that are out there in the world. And it's so nice to hear that you listen. And I love these pizzas that you got going on. But I guess I'll save your thank you for last, Mateo. But thank you to Emily for hosting this stream over at the Transgender Show on Twitch. Thank you, Amy, for moderating the questions over there. Thank you, Kelly, for keeping an eye on the chat here and reminding people about the email and also running that email address. If you are sending an email to that address, I have access to it. I look at it sometimes, but Kelly is the one who's been collating all the emails and the recipes and getting it all boiled together so that we can put the book together. So if you're writing to her, just say, hey, hello. And thank you, Mateo. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming on the show and being on the show and facing your fears. And to borrow a phrase from another podcast, there's nothing to fear. Um,
Yes, thank you so
um,
much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
yeah. Do you want to hold up your partially cooked pizza or the cupcakes or something as we do? Because I try to find an image for the cover photo.
Okay.
This is what I'm working on. That's probably good, as long as I can scroll through and find it. But thank you, Mateo, for being on here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And bon appetit. I can't wait to see pictures of the pizzas when they're done.
Yes, I am about to pop them in the oven. So
Cool. Feel free to tag Queerantine Kitchen in those as well. All right.
Good.
Thanks, Mateo. You did awesome.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out. Those of you that are still here, it's not episode 1. I did not get this set up. I messed up the time that the show starts. So, oops. I'm going to put some makeup on before we start dinner. So, I don't know. It's kind of silly to put makeup on stream. I know plenty of girls do it, so I guess it's not that big a deal. But it seems like the whole reason I'm putting makeup on is so that I look presentable on stream. And yet, putting it on stream like seems kind of contrary to that, but whatever. Yes, Julie. Poof, it's an Emily. I'm gonna actually go away for just a split second as I switch screens. Let's go over to the Emily Would Go screen, even though we're not on that channel, just because I think I had that screen up and I just want to show it off. I love it. So I'll be right back. Okay, can you hear me? You can hear me. That's great. You can't see me, which is less great, and it just decides to work all of a sudden. So there we go. Okay, cool. It looks like, is the audio, is the video behind where I'm talking? I don't know. Let me know if the audio is out of sync or whatever. But yes, look at the new Emily Would Go. Oh, it doesn't have my latest rotator on here. Can I get that in here? Probably can't yet. I got the alerts. Where's the browser? Let's see. Do I have that set up? Oh, new things, new stuff. Rotator latest. It should be here. There it is. Ooh, but it's got the wrong logo. Can we fake this? I think we can. I think we can do it. Just gonna put it like about there. And then we're gonna throw it. Oh, too far. There we go. Again, really not a good idea because this is not the Emily Would Go channel, but it's fine. So, I'm going with it. So yeah, things that I mess up really tend to throw me off. So the fact that I got the time wrong by an entire hour for Billie's show, not super stoked about that, but you know, when you're working on stuff live and I don't know. That's not the excuse. It wasn't that I wasn't working on it live, but whatever. Just I'm going to cut myself slack on this one and we're just going to move on. So what I'm going to do is I need dinner and I figured y'all like it when I cook dinner and I need to actually cook some food instead of going out today. So we'll be on the barbecue or on the grill so you get to see some fire. What we all need to see is a brush. There's apparently no brush. I might have to go to the closet and grab a different one because my desk brush is poof. I don't want that to be. Oh, you know what we should do? We should go all pink because we're on the Emily thing. So it's all. No. Why is that purple? Why is that purple? Okay, there's red. The pink on here is very purpley. I don't like that, but whatever. I can't adjust it. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm wearing a dress. Look at this. Cute little sunny sundress, which it's been too cold for all day in this room, so I've had a hoodie on over it. Let me go grab that brush. I'll be right back. Okay, figured it out. I found the desk brush. It was in the closet, so I don't know. I'm not sure, folks. I might be a mess today. That might be what's going on. Just a suspicion. Let's see. Let's make this smaller because there we go. Good thing it's dark back there. You can't, I mean, you can tell that there's crap on my bed and it's sort of a mess, but you can't see it fully, which makes me feel a little bit better about my life. So yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for coming and watching Billie's show. I hope you are digging that. I will get the time right and get it, I need to get the channel schedule set up. I need to get better with promoting. I was excited about applying for a job recently, and when I went to actually fill out the application online, some of the things that they're the most important things they're specifically looking for are the things that I'm either the weakest at or just basically have gaping holes in my experience. So I haven't applied yet. I'm going to look through my portfolio files and see if I've got some examples of the stuff that they're looking for. But as far as managing a marketing campaign from start to finish, that's not something that I've done. So the channel definitely needs it. So I will be focusing on that very soon. And so you'll get to see that, and hopefully it'll be good, and I'll have like some good analytics that I can use in my portfolio to say, I did this marketing campaign and this were the results, and everyone everywhere loved it. Yeah, it's for a certain nonprofit, and I don't want to talk about it because I still want to apply for the job, and I don't want any of y'all to steal it away from me because I'm selfish and greedy like that. I love looking at stats and analytics too. I was so frustrated and bummed that I never got to learn how and implement A/B testing at my previous job. I worked on websites. The last 2 years I've worked exclusively on websites, hand building websites. And it's just like, oh, I want to make changes, and I want to do A/B testing on them and see what's resonating, what people like. I want to see where I want to do eye tracking analysis and see where people are looking and stuff like that. I am yelling at you, aren't I? I have this volume up way too loud. I'm so sorry. I'm going to turn it down. So my mic is significantly lower now, and it's going to stay at this volume. So you can adjust your volume back down to normal because I just realized I was screaming at you, and I apologize for that. I did not mean to scream. But yeah, working on websites for a market research company. You'd think we could do some A/B testing and some different stuff. Well, it's just funny to talk about that and to be so selfish and greedy about a position like that, considering, like I already said, I'm not particularly qualified for it. The company it's for, this what did I call this? The Belle Pierre lipstick is amazing. I wish I could afford it. Holy crap. It just smells so buttery, and it feels buttery, and it tastes pretty good too when you accidentally eat some of it. But yeah, considering I'm not particularly qualified for that job, if someone in the community is because it's a nonprofit organization in the community. If somebody was particularly more qualified than me and needed a job, they should be the one to get it. So does she tell everybody what the company is? Nope. Nope, not gonna happen. I wish I could, but the thing is like I'm just feeling kind of kept. Because to apply, like they ask you specifically in the application, like the first three things are like, what experience do you have in these areas? And it's just like, almost none. And it's just like, it's so far out of what I've experienced that could I BS it? I mean, I've done emails. I mean, I've sent emails announcing things and trying to get people to show up to things. Have I done anything where they needed to buy? The problem is I would design emails sometimes, and the marketing team would, because I was more on the design team, so the marketing team would send the emails out and then do all of the analytics and stuff like that. And so it just was outside of my purview. But you know, the truth is you can't be a successful web and graphic designer if you're not also paying some attention to marketing. Especially since, I mean, look what I'm doing. I'm trying to start I'm essentially trying to start a network here, like a legit TV network. Legit, we'll put in very, very, very large quotation marks. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of marketing. I don't know why that would be held, but whatever. Archer Pendragon, welcome in. Hey, how are you? What are we talking about? Oh. It's not a 3, yeah, it's an E. It's for Emily Would Go. It's an E and an arrow that comes from a heart. So I just put a little slice in the heart, and now I've got the E with the arrow, because Emily would go. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring as many shows as possible. If you know anybody that's doing any content out there, anything like, you know, Billie's show on Instagram, something on YouTube that you think would be a great fit for the channel. I know it's a little confusing because the channel is called The Transgender Show, but that will be changing. So the Transgender Show will just be a show within the channel. And yeah, I'm looking for any other content. I mean, I have what I want for the long term is I want people to be able to come and tune in just like a regular TV channel. And you watch your one show and you're still sitting there and you know, eating dinner or whatever, and the next show comes on and you're like, oh, this looks kind of cool. And so you get to see what the show is, what the guests and the host or you know, just whatever is going on. Hell, I would love to at some point get some scripted content on here. I've got an idea for a news show I want, and I think there's a possibility of a like a morning news show. that I still need to do some more conversations to get that going. So there's some big things I really want to do. But this idea for marketing is kind of throwing me off of that bone just a little bit, and I'm kind of focusing on this other one. Because unfortunately, to make all of this work, I need money. I need, well, just in general in my life, I need money. I need an income, and this is not working yet as a true income. So yeah, there's some other things that need to be done first. I'm worried about that because it's a chicken and egg thing. If I get a job, will I not have time to put in the work to make this work? But then again, yeah, having income so I can pay bills, keep the internet and the lights on would be very helpful. Anything by transgender content creators. I'm open to exploring anything right now. That's why I loved Billie's show, is because it's generally two transgender people talking. Doesn't need to, but because the host is transgender. And it's essentially a cooking show. It's a chatting show, but it's a cooking show, so it's a different format. I thought that it was significantly different enough from the transgender show as an early show to get that going. Yeah, yeah, and the thing is I think if I work on the marketing part, which I've always felt was a weak spot in my portfolio, and can get some of that going, I mean, I'm going to be marketing the channel and the my Droid Outpost website, and the side business. So working on those things will help both of these, but then also will help the portfolio, which will make job options easier. So I think that's a good one to do, because it sort of helps all of the things that I need and want to do, and then yeah, like you said, kind of go from there. But if I get a lot of interest, if I get a lot of content ideas, then I have some people kind of set in the wings to do like some producing sort of roles and things like that. And I'm sure if I put out if I put it out there, I bet you a lot of you all would be willing to help with that too. So I am so yeah, I have a lot of options for that. So if that part takes off, like I can get that going without too much. So yeah. I have not heard of that. That sounds amazing. I haven't had a drag queen on here yet. I need to do that. A lone trans streamer a week ago. Ma chérie, I love that. Hello. Yeji, huh? Is that how you pronounce that? Yeji? Yejai. Well, welcome in. I'm so glad to see you here. Got a couple new people that came in today. And that is awesome. I got to see if I can switch over. We'll take that light with us. See if I can switch over. Do I have enough power? I do not. I was supposed to be charging my phone this whole time. I'll have to see if I got a power stick. Sounds like Jechi? That's cool. Now I'm sure I'm not going to pronounce it right. Even though you literally just spelled it out. I'm going to say, yeah, Jechi. Feel free to correct me once, twice, 1,000 times, as many times as I pronounce it incorrectly. Throw it in the chat and tell me, nope, not quite, and do another thing, or point me to one of those cool like website things where like it actually has the audio for the pronunciation. Oh, well, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're finding good content here. There's a lot of the videos on Twitch, and then I'm behind on editing them for YouTube, but you can find them there too. Let me go see if I've got a charging stick that's got any juice to it. Oh, you know what? I'll just bring all of the things. I'll bring all the cables. We'll be able to plug it in directly if we need to. We'll be able to plug it in to a charging stick from if we go outside for too long. It's just a fictional name. Good. So it's not something with like deep family significance that you're like, God, you're insulting all of my people. And that's where it gets to be a bummer is when I prove myself to be extremely culturally, well, it's not that I'm insensitive. I'm just uneducated. I'm pretty well set to go, but all of a sudden I'm like, no, my eyelashes are not on point. So we're gonna do that real fast. I'm not sure why this show would help remind you to take your hormones, but you know what? Hey, that's great. This show has helped me to learn that this channel has helped me to learn that I shouldn't take my Spiro at night. Because apparently it makes you pee a lot, which I didn't realize. I think one of the reasons I didn't realize that is because I always have to pee a lot anyway. It's sort of one of those strange physical things that has always proved that I'm a girl, even though there are other things that don't physically match up with that. Somebody was showing me, who was it in the Discord earlier that was talking about having watched a talk by somebody. I went and watched them on TED. Carissa, I think it is her first name. And she was talking about all kinds of great things about genes and gender. And how in the first trimester, the genitalia cells start to form, you know, like the basically the programming in our DNA starts to form that part. And then the second trimester, it starts to form the brain cells. And apparently for us trans people, it just decides to go a different way on the second part of it. Oh, disliking taking your hormones as a non-binary person and being feminized, but people like me help you understand? Well, that's wonderful. I have no idea how I'm helping you, but that's not the part that's important. The part that's important is that you feel better. And you know, if nothing else, the only thing that I'm trying to do here is just to show you that you're not a freak, you're not alone. There are other people like you. Either if it's me, my guests, the people we have in chat, there are others like you. And, you know, yeah, you're not alone. You don't have to feel like a weirdo. I've spent my entire life feeling like a freak. And in a lot of ways still do. I'm still fighting that. So it's really important that we band together and show each other, no, like, you're good. Not alone in being a freak. Okay, that's a fine takeaway. That's fair. You can take that out of it. I don't mind that. But also a strong name. You can never take the weird out. I was gonna go for like a you can take the girl out of the weird, but you can't take the weird out of the girl. One, I think that's inappropriately gendering because you just said you're non-binary, but also I think it sounds like crap. So how do I do this without losing y'all? Not logged. No, I'm not. Oh, I am logged in as Emily would go. That would be why. That could be a small part of it. Account settings. Let me log out and I'll log back in as the transgender show. I love doing things on my phone because I can just do all the login stuff automatically and use my thumb. Sweet, sweet. Okay. Okay, so now we're here. It says live. Oh, no, so I can't push the go live on the phone. All right, so. Thank you so much. I wish my hair was as well, but my hair is just not gonna today. I didn't dry it appropriately after my shower, so it's just gonna be. It's going to rebel. So I have to do this. I have to stop the stream and then start it again on the phone. So you all come with me. So just bear with me a second. Stay here. I'm still here.